Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Oh boy. Well, this is mono. Oh dear. Oh dear God. Okay. So, we're dead. You know what's good against the deck that's playing every Ultimatum? It is the deck that's playing turn 1 Scorch Spitter. I mean, I'm not even, like, salty about this. This is a risk you take when you play every Ultimatum. Sometimes you're going to run into aggro on the play, and they're going to do this to you. Oh my God, that's another Ultimatum. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And this week kicks off Ikoria season, and we are starting off with what I think has to be the ultimate Ikoria deck. We are playing a deck I'm calling 5-color, unpredictable Sharknado Ultimatums. Basically, every sweet thing of Ikoria mashed together into a surprisingly effective show. So let's talk about 5-color, unpredictable Sharknado Ultimatums. Jump into the game so you can see this ridiculous deck in action. So the deck, it kind of comes in a bunch of different parts, but the unpredictable part, and really the key card in our deck, is Unpredictable Cyclone. So Unpredictable Cyclone, which was ironically my spoiler card for Ikoria, which is super cool that it's also the first against odds card. I don't think that's ever happened before. But Unpredictable Cyclone, when we cycle a card, rather than just drawing a card, which I love drawing cards, but that's kind of boring. Instead, we get to exile cards from the top of our deck until we hit a card that shares a type with the card we cycled. So if we cycle, let's say, a sorcery, we go until we hit another sorcery, and then we get to cast that card for free. So Unpredictable Cyclone is a way that we can potentially cheat really expensive things, maybe 7 mana things, into play for a really low price of cycling for like 1 or 2 mana. So that is kind of the key engine of our deck. To go along with Unpredictable Cyclone, we got some ramp just to get it down earlier. Paradise with Growth Spiral, not super interesting, but essentially just getting Unpredictable Cyclone on the battlefield as quickly as possible. So the next step of the deck is Sharknado. So Shark Typhoon isn't really a core piece of the deck, although it kind of is. So Unpredictable Cyclone, we talked about how you get a card of the same type as the one you cycle. The weird thing about Unpredictable Cyclone is extra copies don't really do anything. Once you have Unpredictable Cyclone, you don't get 2 cards for free if you have 2 Unpredictable Cyclones. So you really want to cycle away extra copies of Unpredictable Cyclone, and cycling into more Unpredictable Cyclones isn't really helpful. So Shark Typhoon is probably the best enchantment that we can cycle into. So if we already get down to Unpredictable Cyclone, we can cycle a second one that we draw, and we have a decent shot of hitting a Shark Typhoon. And then as we cast big spells, any non-creature spells, like more Unpredictable Cyclones, more Shark Typhoon, some other stuff we'll talk about in just a second, we're getting these massive sharks. Plus, we can always just cycle Shark Typhoon and make a massive flying shark at instant speed to like pressure a planeswalker, attack our opponent, eat a blocker. So that is Sharknado. Then we have maybe the most fun part of the deck, Migration's Path and Boon of the Wishgiver. Now, these cards aren't really the most fun part of the deck, but they are really important to having the most fun part of our deck work. So these are just cheap sorceries that cycle. Migration Path searches for a couple lands. Sometimes we use it as ramp, but really it's 2 mana cycling sorcery. Boon of the Wishgiver actually is pretty powerful. Draw 4 for 6 is fine at sorcery speed, but it only cycles for 1 mana. So when we cycle one of these cards with Unpredictable Cyclone out, what we are able to hit is, well, along with hopefully not Migration's Path, or maybe another boon, which is fine, we hopefully will hit our ultimatums. So the sweetest part of this deck is we literally have every ultimatum in standard in our deck. Our best ultimatums are Inspired Ultimatum and Genesis Ultimatum, which each draws 5 cards with different upsides. Inspired Ultimatum gains its life, stabilizes by killing a creature. Genesis Ultimatum can put things into play. But really, we can for 1 mana cycle like a boon, cycle our random ramp spell, and end up with this 7 mana ultimatum that draws us 5 cards, which hopefully hits us more cycling stuff, which then we can cycle again to hit more ultimatums. And if we have Sharknado out, we're also making 7/7 flying sharks as we go through this, so it spirals out of control really, really quickly. We also have all the rest of the ultimatums. Ruinous Ultimatum, our Wrath Ultimatum, sometimes it just saves us from a big board of our opponent's stuff. Eerie Ultimatum is actually kind of funny in this deck. We're not built around getting a ton of stuff in the graveyard, but just from cycling, having stuff die naturally, we occasionally get back like 5, 6, 10 permanents, which is surprisingly good for 7 mana. And then Emergent Ultimatum is definitely our worst ultimatum because it can't search for other ultimatums, which would be awesome, but we can get like a Sharknado, an Unpredictable Cyclone, and like a boon. No matter what, we're going any more than 7 mana out of it, but really, that's the one we want to hit least, because we can't hit our best cards with Emergent Ultimatum. And that's essentially the plan of the deck. Otherwise, we get some Planeswalkers. Narset actually insane in this deck. It ramps us into our ultimatums, and we do sometimes just with our ramp spells and Paradise Druids and Narsets in our lands just cast ultimatums naturally, which is also super fine. So it ramps us into ultimatums, lets us discard extra ultimatums as removal to help us stabilize while we're setting up. And then if we ever emblem, probably win the game eventually. Teferi, I know, a couple of copies in the deck. Basically, the only reason we have Teferi is it's really brutal to do all this work to try to cast a 7 mana ultimatum, and then have your opponent just like Dovin's Veto it for 2 mana or whatever random counter spell. It is really, really sad and really painful. So Teferi is here just to make sure our opponent can't cheaply counter our ultimatums. Otherwise, we get Zerta, which is essentially a free roll. So honestly, I mentioned this on Twitter. My new deck building theory is the companions are so good that you build a deck and then you find a way to play a companion, because starting with an extra card is that valuable. So I actually built this deck not intending it to be a Zerta deck. And then after I built the deck, I went and looked through all the companions, and I was like, I don't have to cut that many cards to make Zerta work. Added Zerta in, and Zerta's actually great. It makes our cycling cheaper, which is fine. It's a creature that we can block with against aggro. It's just, companions are super busted, and you should be playing them if there's any possible way you can squeeze them into your deck. As far as the mana base, not going to talk about every land, mostly a bunch of triomes, shock lands, basic lands, but the key land for casting our ultimatums in Lotus Field, mostly for fixing our mana. Tapping for 3 mana of any color means no matter what random triple color ultimatum we have, Lotus Field is going to pay that by itself, and then hopefully we can fill in for the other double colored cost with our other random lands, or if we get 2 Lotus Fields, we can just cast anything. 3 Lotus Fields, we can definitely cast any ultimatum, so that is the key one to our deck, and it stocks our graveyard for Eerie Ultimatum to reanimate lands. As far as the sideboard, key takeaway is we want to avoid stuff that we don't want to cycle into, so we can't really play sorceries. If we played like a cheap sorcery, then we do all this work to try to cycle into ultimatums. We cycle, and then we hit random cheap sorcery, so that's bad. So our sideboard is almost all instants: Scorching Dragonfire, Flame Sweep for removal, Return to Nature, Artifacts, Enchantments, Graveyard Hate, Aether Gust for green decks, some Mystical Disputes for control, more Teferis, again for counterspell heavy matchups so our opponent can't just counter our ultimatums, and that is the ridiculousness of 5-color unpredictable Sharknado ultimatums. That's our Against the Odds deck for this week, so let's jump into the games, see how this insane deck works in practice. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon. If you enjoyed today's deck, make sure to purchase it from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. For a limited time, you can get a Scoop Soldier sticker for free if you mention Scoop Soldier in your order notes during checkout. Alright, Against the Odds time. We are playing the ultimate Ikoria deck. 5-color, 5-color, unpredictable Sharknado ultimatums. And, yeah, alright, we'll keep this, I guess. We have some Planeswalkers to get by while we're waiting to, cast ultimatums. Opponent plays a land. Well, Triome, go. Opponent, alright, Teamer plays a Leafkin Druid. Play the land, play Paradise Druid, pass the turn. Opponent. So, some sort of elemental deck. What you got, opponent? Untap land. Parcel Beast. Well, we will play Teferi.
I know my responsibility.
Bounce Parcel Beast. Draw a card.
I'll protect you.
Lotus Field. Sack a couple lands. Opponent, Fabled Passage. Cracks it. Grabs a Forest and Cavalier of Thorns. Alright. Mills. A bunch of cards. Well, we will Breeding Pool untapped. Narset. Draw with Narset. Discard an Ultimatum. Kill the Cavalier. Opponent going to get back Kinnan? Maybe? They do. Alright, that's fine. Well, take up Teferi.
I've got time.
And pass the turn. So we could use some cycling cards. That's the main thing we're missing at the moment. Kinnan for our opponent. So +1 mana on Leafkin Druid. Thassa, sure. Getting their blink on. Well, eventually we're going to start casting Ultimatums. We're not that far away from casting Ultimatums. Leafkin Druid. Opponent gets to blink, sure. Well, let's see what we draw. A land. Well, take up to Fairy.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Take down Narset.
Strike with the cunning mind of the dragon.
Discard Ruinous Ultimatum. Kill Kinnan. Unpredictable. Cyclone. Play a land. So now we need cycling cards. We need cycling cards. Lands don't count. We need non-land cycling cards. We're keeping our opponent in check, but we need cycling cards to cycle into Ultimatums. About it. Tap land. Parcel Beast can start drawing our opponent cards. Or it can attack to Fairy. Yeah, mutates onto a Leafkin. Sure. And are we attacking to Fairy? We are. Yup.
Enough.
And opponent. Well, we got to do something before our opponent hits a big card advantage spell. We draw another to Fairy. Well, take up to Fairy.
Don't worry. I got this.
Play to Fairy.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Bounce the Parcel Beast pile.
Here we go.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Zidra. Okay, we found the Boonweaver's gift. Our Boon of the Wishgiver. Hopefully we do not cycle into our ramp. We have 3 of the ramp cards, which would be bad. Okay, gonna tap a creature, sure. Well, come on, Ultimatum! Come on, Ultimatum, please. Or even another Boon of the Wishgiver is fine. Opponent, Leafkin Druid, yeah. And Parcel Beast, sure. Combat. Well, spin it to win it, spin it to win it. Cycle. Oh, it's the ramp spell. That is the one card we did not want to hit. Literally the one. Well, it's out of the way for next time. Yeah, that is disappointing. So Teferi down.
That's how it was meant to happen.
About it. Thassa. Wow, they are gonna blink. Interesting. Sure. Well, Growth Spiral. Put a land into play. Cycle a Triome. Let's think about this. Red, red, red. Or white, white, white. Red, red, blue, blue. All right, so let's play Paradise Druid. Play the Triome. So this just lets us cast Inspired Ultimatum next turn, which is still pretty decent. Assuming, like... Okay, opponent Growth Spirals. Assuming we don't get, like, Agent of Treachery locked, that would be the worst. All right, just a land. All right, that's encouraging. Opponent untaps. No Agent of Treachery. Opponent activates. Yup. Land. 1 card in hand. Oh my god, it is Agent of Treachery. Come on! Oh! Wow. All right, so that's unfortunate. Opponent steals Zidra. Gets to blink. Steal Unpredictable Cyclone. Yeah, that is, I would say, pretty unlucky. 1, 2. All right, so I think we have to Inspired Ultimatum, gain life, kill Agent of Treachery, draw cards, play Unpredictable Cyclone, load his field, pass the turn, opponent, attacks. Yup. Parcel Beast draws a... I think we're in okay shape, though, because we have a lot of Ultimatums. And they get back all of our lands, too. Omnath, going to deal a bit of damage. kills the Paradise Druid. Alright, so our opponent has been able to chain together their spells pretty effectively. Blinks, kills Paradise Druid. Well, alright. This needs, let's see, black, 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 green, 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 white, white. Alright, so let's cycle Cyclone. See if we can hit a Sharknado. Alright, Shark Typhoon. Eerie Ultimatum. Make a shark. Get back a bunch of stuff. Teferi. Cyclone. Land. Narsat. Land. Land. Not bad. Paradise Druid Trio. Sure. So, reanimate a bunch of stuff.
Ikoria is familiar.
Teferi. Bounce Zidra.
Let's try this.
Tick down Narsat.
Strike with a cunning mind.
Discard Emergent Ultimatum. Kill Omnath. Steam Vets. Untapped. New Narsat. Make a shark? I think we're doing it. Even through the double agent of treachery. Narsat. Draw.
If I must. Think.
Discard Shark Typhoon. Kill Parcel Beast. That was what you call a turn. That was a turn. That was a turn. Pass the turn. Okay. Okay. Phone it. Leafkin Druid. Sure. That is acceptable. Steal our stuff, will you, elementals? Oh, 5-color ultimatums. Phone it. Passing. Blanking. If they want to, that's fine. We have another Inspired Ultimatum in hand. Well, Inspired Ultimatum. You and you take 5. Make a 7/7 shark. It has all come together. The dream. Oh, into the Boongiver's wishes. All right, so play Zidra. Yeah, tap our stuff. That's fine. That is fine. Uh-huh. Sure, tap the sharks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cycle Cyclone for 1 mana. Into Shark Typhoon. Oh, they're still coming. Make a 6/6. I mean, we're going all the way. We're going all the way. We're living the dream. Cycle Boon. Into Bad Ramp Spell. Okay. Well, we still get a shark. 2 sharks. I don't know what Elementals does about this. Get our last land. Cycle Boon. Into Genesis Ultimatum. Make 2 more sharks. Oh, all right. Paradise Druid, Narsat, Breeding Pool, Triome. Pay 2 life.
Whether friend or foe, state your
Keep the new Narsat. An opponent scoops it up. Scoops it up. 5-color Sharknado, unpredictable ultimatums. Oh, victory achieved. Okay. Well, I mean, that is basically exactly what we're hoping to do. Like, almost literally exactly. Okay. Okay, okay. I think we didn't see Emergent, and I guess we discarded the Ruinuses, but we got to see Eerie Genesis and Inspired Ultimatum that game, which is pretty impressive. So opponent's playing Elementals. I'm guessing we want Mystical Disputes. Mystical Disputes in. We can go down 1 Shark Typhoon, maybe? 1 Shark Typhoon. 1 more Migration Path. Maybe we go 1 Ruinous Ultimatum, and I hate cutting Paradise Druid, but all right, let's go down to Paradise Druid. Run it like that. Well, that went well. That was the dream. That was a 5-color ultimatum dream. When it works, it's spectacular. That's for sure. Okay, sure. This hand's not super exciting, but Teferi can help slow things down a little bit, and we could run to some ramp or some Lotus Fields. Well, Triome. Go. Island for our opponent. Leafkin Druid. Well, Triome. Go. Land for our opponent. And Parcel Beast. Okay. Well, we'll see if our opponent has a counter. The opponent gets in. Well, we'll still see if they have a counter. Play a Swamp to Fairy. No counter. So we get to bounce the entire pile, which is pretty sweet. Pick him up, Mutator. Pass the turn. And then we can actually foul this up with Narset if we need to. Opponent, Omnath to kill Teferi.
Now what?
Well, Stomping Grounds, Narset. Draw with Narset.
Compassion and understanding of meditating.
Discard Emergent Ultimatum, kill Omnath. About it. Plays a land. Leafkin returns. Passes. How do we do this? We can't just ramp into Boon with Narset. We don't want to discard Boon. We don't really want to cash in Narset. All right, let's just Migrations Path. Migrations Path, search for lands. Go Island, Forest. Lotus Field, sack the lands. Yeah, opponent Growth Spirals. Sure, puts a land into play. Well, we're getting to the point where we can just cast Ultimatums, which is nice. Sack 2 basics. Take up Narset to gain life.
Breathe in. Exhale.
And pass turn. All right, about it. What do you find? Risen Reef to start drawing cards. Yeah, hits a land, sure. And then I'm assuming it's like Parcel Bees to attack Narset, probably. More lands. No attacking of Narset though. Well, we will just, yeah, let's just Boon, draw 4. Narset, draw and discard.
Strike with a cunning mind.
Discard, Sharknado, kill Risen Reef. Play the Forest past the turn. So now we have a couple of options. We can, oh, we have to discard? Ew. We will discard, I guess, the Lotus Field. So we can Grow Spiral. We can also Mystical Dispute something. And then next turn, we do get to spin with the Cyclone. Opponent, yeah. Draws. Leafkin, sure. Land. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, we will Grow Spiral. Put Breeding Pool into play. And, I mean, I guess it's Cyclone time. Play Cyclone. Cyclone. See if we can hit a Sharknado. Another Cyclone, alright. Well, that's out of the deck, at least. Play the land. Take up Narset to gain life. Oh, do we go for it? Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Cycle Boon into Inspired Ultimatum. Gain life, kill Parcel Beast. Keep it going! Keep it going! Draw 5. Uh-oh. Does our opponent have a counter? That would be annoying. Nope. So we draw some cards. We Grow Spiral. Breeding Pool into play untapped. Pass the turn. All right about it. Risen Reef, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna Mystical Dispute. And sure. Tap our opponent down a bit. So they can't leave up interaction next turn. About it. I mean, I think we got him. I think we're where we want to be. We have many Ultimatums in hand. Parcel Beast. Mystical Dispute. About it. Cyclone. Well, Cyclone. This time we hopefully hit the Sharknado. Alright, there's Sharknado. Ultimatum. An opponent scoops it up. 5-color unpredictable Sharknado Ultimatums. Living the dream. Living the dream. I mean, the deck has some power. The deck has some power when it gets going. That is for sure. Whew. All right, that was pretty spectacular. And it's about as Ikoria as you can get. Whew. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Against the odds time, we are playing the ultimate Ikoria deck. 5-color unpredictable Sharknado Ultimatums. Mash all those words together, and you have the ultimate Ikoria deck, I think. Hopefully, we'll see. I mean, we have unpredictable Cyclone and a bunch of cycling cards, which I like. Jeskai. Yeah, let's just Growth Spiral now. Put Lotus Field into play. Sack some cards. Opponent. So Teferi is definitely an issue. Teferi would make us very sad, but technically we get to untap Migration's Path into Unpredictable Cyclone, spin the boon. Migration's Path. Blue, blue, blue. Red, red, green, green. Okay. Red, green. Well, we'll see. If our opponent doesn't have Teferi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god! I don't even know if Teferi matters now. If our opponent if our opponent Teferis, we can just hard cast Genesis Ultimatum. If our opponent does not Teferi, we can Unpredictable Cyclone, spin boon if we want to. Opponent could have counters. To the bottom. Come on, cast something. Cast something. Opponent passes. Well, Unpredictable Cyclone. No counter. Resolves. Okay. Stopping Ground's tapped. Well, please not the ramp spell. Please not the ramp. We will take literally anything but the ramp spell. Literally anything but the ramp spell. Opponent, open to the sea. Sure. Well, let's do this now while our opponent's tapped out. They can still counter what we spin into. Not the ramp spell, not the ramp spell, not the ramp spell, not the ramp spell. All right, boon is fine. Sure. Boon, draw 4. We'll take it. White, 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 red, red, black, 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 white, white. All right, we're not super close to casting Ruinous Ultimatum. So I think what we're hoping for is our opponent taps out and we can just Genesis Ultimatum. 2 to the top. All right, there's Teferi. That does shut down Cyclone.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Opponent doesn't really need to bounce. Okay, opponent bounces Cyclone. You don't really need to, though, because... Well, all right. Genesis Ultimatum. Narset, Breeding Pool, Lotus Field. Untapped.
Honor the past by bringing its traditions.
Sack. Breeding Pool. Growth Spiral. Steam Vents. Tapped. Narset.
Consider the future, then strike.
Discard. Growth Spiral. Kill Teferi.
It's only a matter of time.
Pass the turn. Wow, what an explosive start. This is turn 4? Opponent's done! Opponent's done! In one of our bad matchups. Good God. When this deck goes, it goes. When it goes, it really goes. You can see the... Wow! Done with the whole match! Opponents played Teferis too! They're playing cards that are really good against our deck, and we just scared them out of the will to exist. Oh my goodness! Whoa! What an ultimatum performance! Opponent just didn't want a piece. Power level too high. That was an absurd game. That was... I don't even know what to say. That is... I think about as good as our deck can run. Like, turn 4 hard-casting ultimatums is pretty good. And we had the Cyclone to spin the wheel, and yeah, that was absurd. I don't blame our opponent for quitting. That was absurd. Okay, that was good. Very good. All right, against the odds time, we are playing the literal ultimate Ikoria deck. 5-color, unpredictable Sharknado Ultimatums. What? What more could you want? What more could you want out of Ikoria Standard? Literally just every sweet thing in Ikoria, all together and unpredictable. All right, we're on the draw. Let's see what this ad looks like. It looks like, oh my goodness. We will not be keeping the 3 ultimatum, 1 Lotus Field hand. No, thank you, Magic Gods. Alright, this is actually better. Little awkward that we can't cast Narset, but hopefully we find our way to that. Oh boy. Well, this is mono. Oh dear. Oh dear God. Okay. So, we're dead. You know what's good against the deck that's playing every ultimatum? It is a deck that's playing turn 1 Scorch Spitter. I mean, I'm not even like salty about this. This is a risk you take when you play every ultimatum. Sometimes you're gonna run into aggro on the play, and they're gonna do this to you. Oh my God, that's another ultimatum. Okay. Well, this is also not a particularly fast hand of ours. We have some sideboard cards, which will theoretically help. At least we have some removal in the sideboard. Boat it, got that. Come at us, opponent. Come at us. Yeah, we take 5. They steal an Narset. I think this does show, even in like the absolute worst case scenario, the power of having a companion. Zidra. So, quick Zidra story time. I did not build this to be a Zidra deck. I built this to be the Ultimatum deck. And then after I built it, I pulled up the list of companions. And I was like, oh, I basically don't have to do anything to make Zidra work in this deck. So, I made some very slight changes to make sure it would work. And now I get a free blocker to stop Robber of the Rich. Like, Companion's so busted. It's so good. It's just, like, insane. It is so powerful. Like, this is, like, the floor. It's not doing anything cool. We're going to lose the game anyway, most likely. But even there, it's just a 3-3 that shuts down this offense. Like, even that is just very powerful. And this is as bad as our Companion can possibly be. Just a random 3-3. Yeah, opponent gets in. Steals, oh my God, all of our Narsets. No, we are going to block Robber of the Rich. If our opponent wants to, like, shock or something, whatever. They have most of our Narsets in exile. Alright, I'm going to go Rhyme. Yeah, down to 8. I guess if we draw Narset, we have a slight chance. Boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, I'm not going to scoop early. But I believe we're just straight up dead here. Well, actually we're dead on board, right? Now that we've done this. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we're actually dead on board. All right. Yep. Okay. Well, we get to bring in some aggro hate, but this is admittedly going to be a very hard matchup. So we get to bring in Scorching Dragonfires, Flame Sweeps, Ether Gusts. We will go down to Fairies. We will go down a Shark Typhoon. We will go down Eerie Ultimatum. We will go down Emergent Ultimatum. Focus on the ones that actually do things in this matchup. Maybe a Narset and a Migration Path. Run it like that. Get a little more efficient. Have the ability to maybe interact with what our opponent's doing. Because if we do, so the good news is, if we can somehow stabilize and get to the point where we're playing ultimatums, especially the Jeskai one that gains its life, like, that should be very good against our opponent's deck. So there is a pathway. It is not easy or likely, but there is a pathway to victory here, especially after sideboarding. All right, we get to play first, which is definitely helpful. Okay, this is fine. This is actually pretty decent. We need 1 land for Narset, but we have Scorching Dragonfire mana. Scorch Spitter. Yeah, let's just Breeding Pool untapped. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're gonna let it go. Sure. Opponent gets in, hits us. Pings us. I think Growth Spiral is our most valuable play here. Down to 16. Mountain and Rime Rock. Well, we will Growth Spiral. Put Triome into play. Ooh, Cyclone. So close. Yeah, let's Breeding Pool Narset. Tick down.
Let thoughts flow like river rapids.
Kill Rime Rock. So we're trying to get the lands we need for unpredictable Cyclone. Our easiest way to win is Cyclone, cycle this boon into like an inspired ultimatum. We are going to lose Narset. Maybe we aren't. Okay. Interesting. So our opponent's going to shock Narset, I guess? Light up the stage. Land Embercleave. Wow, we get to keep Narset. Interesting. That was unexpected. Well, take down Narset. Looking for the lands. We will discard a Ultimatum. Kill Scourge Spitter. Paradise Druid. Paradise Druid also gets us to our Cyclone. Untapped land is still the best. That lets us Cyclone cycle right away. Opponent, Mountain. There's also Strands, Embercleave, Torbrand. Ew. Yeah. All right, I think we got to cycle one of these. Ugh. Ultimatum. All right. Tap land. We'll play Zidra. Triome. Hope our opponent does not have the ability to Embercleave us. Steamkin. And then we also gotta hope we spin well. There are ways we can spin that really wreck us. Alright, yep. There goes Zidra. Well, in Cyclone we trust, I think. We take a beating down to 8. Kill Steamkin. Untap. Cyclone. Cast it. Lotus Field. Sack a couple lands. Alright, pass the turn. Come on, Boone! Hit us what we need. Potent. Fervent Champion. Land. Combat. Alright, so we block Torbrand. And then we cycle Boone. And we pray for Jeskai Ultimatum. Alright. Please not the ramp spell. Please not the ramp spell. Please not the ramp spell. Okay. That is also acceptable. We will accept Ruinous Ultimatum as well. Opponent passes. Can we cast this? We can. Genesis Ultimatum. Shark Typhoon. Cyclone. Lotus Field. Sack. And, yeah, pass the turn. Alright. Alright, staying alive. We got a boon for next turn. About it. Sooner or later, we are going to spin into the ramp spell, but at least now it makes sharks, which helps. Berserker, that is acceptable. And out of cards. Okay, that's fine. Opponent passes. More Lotus Fields. Well, we will cycle. Actually, are we better off? Maybe we're better off just casting Boon. Let's cast Boon, as odd as that seems. Let's just draw 4. That makes sure we don't accidentally go into the ramp spell. And then we'll play a Swamp. Actually, let's play Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. All right. Well, we have defense. Our Sharknado Shark can keep the Berserker in check. You can't Berserk through a Sharknado Shark. About it. I think I saw a movie about this once. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not the kind of person that would watch Sharknado. No offense, chat. I'm sorry, YouTube. I like B movies, but I don't like the concept of movies that are intentionally made to be B movies. Can we Ultimatum? We can. Well, I assume this will just end our opponent's will to live. Shark. Hit ya. Play Lotus Field. Sack a couple lands. Ether Gust the Berserker. Make a shark. And I don't think Mono Red gets out of this. Yeah, our opponent agrees, and apparently after sideboarding, we at least have some chance of beating Mono Red. The Sharks saved the day. All right, we will run it back. I think that's as good as it gets. All right, let's mulligan. Okay. We will put a Triome to the bottom. Well, this hand has some ramp. That's something. We don't really have removal. I feel like we're going to have to hit a Cyclone to have a shot. Mountain for our opponent. And Robber of the Rich. Steals... Alright, a land. Sure. Well, Braiding Pool, untapped. Mountain. Annex. Alright, that's fine. Well, let's grow Spiral. Put a land into play. Come on, more lands. We need more lands. Opponent steals a boon. Yeah, that's a land. Oh, play the mountain. Play Paradise Druid. I feel like we're actually sort of in this since we can kill this Annex. If our opponent goes to combat, all right, now we will just Dragonfire Annex. This means our opponent doesn't get to Embercleave. Or steal our cards with Robber this turn. Opponent passes. Another Annex. Ruinous Ultimatum. Let's cycle a boon. We need lands. Play a land. Zidra. Still not super sure we can beat a Embercleave here. Embercleave on Annex is just so much damage. Alright, opponent kills Zidra. Ugh. And we don't have a Lotus Field to let us Ruinous Ultimatum. Alright, no Embercleave, please. Opponent. Oh, they got it. They definitely got it. Steals a Shark Typhoon. Embercleaves. Well, close. We actually gave Mono Red a run for their money, which I think is pretty impressive, considering how tough this matchup can be. Rhyme Rock. Okay, Rhyme Rock at least is not instant death. We dropped to 7. It's not good for us, but we're not instantly dead. Rhyme Rock, well, we will let it resolve. Grow Spiral. Lotus Field is probably our best draw. We hit an island. Come on! Unpredictable Cyclone. No. Well, cast Boon. Draw 4. Ugh. Those cards don't help, do they? Why? Alright, so Lotus Field. Sack. So awkwardly, I don't think... So we're going to be able to ruin his Ultimatum next turn, but awkwardly, I don't think that actually... Oh, alright, never mind. Well, we actually made it really close against Mono Red. We made it closer than we would have thought. Yeah, alright. Altogether, that was a pretty impressive performance, I will say. We didn't win, but we actually made it close against Mono Red, which is just ridiculously rough matchup for the Mono 7/6/5 drop deck, so close. Next time, we'll get him. Unless it's Mono Red, then we probably won't. All right, against the odds time, we are mulliganing with, this hand. I mean, I think we have to keep this, but... Until we get a second land for Lotus Field, this doesn't do anything. Definitely putting Emergent Ultimatum to the bottom. 5 color. Sharknado. Unpredictable Ultimatums in Ikoria Standard. Best the turn. Yeah, this hand is about as bad as it gets. I mean, I guess if we're desperate, we can cycle Boon. Yeah, that works. All right, play Triome. I would really like to not cycle Boon just because we have... Cyclone in hand. So, yeah, let's just pass. Ooh, we draw land. Well, Stomping Grounds untapped. All right, we're getting there. We're actually really close to where we want to be now. We can grow Spiral, put Lotus Field into play. And then if we draw land, we can Cyclone, Vivian. All right, let's grow Spiral. Genesis Ultimatum. All right, sack you. Well, we still would like to draw lands. Opponent's going to start Vivianing.
You fight like a city brat.
Yeah. A city brat? Really, Vivian? A city brat? Okay, that's a good draw. We will Cyclone. And hopefully this means next turn the fun starts. We'll see what our opponent can do. Opponent. We do have whiffs. We still have the 2 ramp spells in our deck that we could cycle into, which would be bad. But odds are in favor of us cycling into Boon or an Ultimatum. Those are the most likely hits. Polywog Symbiote. Oh, you better not Gem Razor us, opponent.
Wait.
Okay, takes up Vivian.
Nature is kind?
And so we have 2 bad hits. Well, I guess 3. Abzan Ultimatum. I guess Abzan Ultimatum's fine. It's not exciting. It's get back 2 lands. That's our worst hit. Also, I guess Ruinous Ultimatum is not super exciting at the moment. We'll see. Opponent's really thinking about... Alright, gonna mutate. Sure. Loots, gets land. Doing this all at sorcery speed. Paradise Druid. Well, spin it to win it. Cycling. Into... Alright. Ruinous Ultimatum's fine. It's not thrilling, but it's fine. And then we'll play Paradise Druid. Paradise Druid lets us cast... We can't Zidra, right? Yeah, alright. Paradise Druid lets us cast Narset next turn at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not that far away from Genesis Ultimatuming. Blue, blue, blue. Green, red, red. Actually, if we draw land, we might be able to... We might be able to just hardcast Genesis Ultimatum, which would also be fine. Actually, I guess Narset mana would get us there in 2 turns. Ruinous Ultimatum wasn't bad. Like, our opponent was kind of going to town with their mutate stuff, so getting rid of it is fine. Although, I would have rather hit, like, Jeskai Ultimatum and drawn a bunch of cards, killed some stuff that way. Toad it. Vivian. Drawing more Vivian cards. Sure, sure, sure. Cyclone. Well, alright, we will Narset. Draw with Narset.
State your intent. Meditate with...
Discard. White, white, white. Discard the Ultimatum. Kill Vivian. Alright, opponent flashes in Paradise Druid, which can unfortunately kill our Narset. Well, cycle. Ugh. Another Cyclone. Well, we got it out of the way. All of our Sharknadoes must be at the very bottom of our deck. Alright, you're going, opponent. Not the best unpredictability. Oh, we want this Genesis Ultimatum. We just want to draw cards to... Wow, more... This is like Vivian Tribal. All right, Vivian. Again. Never-ending Vivians. Pumps Paradise Druid.
How you've grown.
Kills Narset. Uh-huh.
How overwhelming.
And Tabland. I think this works. All right, Genesis Ultimatum. Well, 1, 2, 3. I guess we just put them all into play.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Sacrifice to tap lands. To fairy. Bounce the extra Cyclone. Draw a card. Yeah, we will pass the turn. So we can cycle into something that should be able to kill... Wow. All right, tutoring from outside the game. Interesting. All right, there's the Gem Razor.
Hope you're ready.
Well, let's see what they go for. Symbiote. Gem Razor. Yeah, it's unfortunate that our opponent managed to get a Gem Razor. Mutates onto Paradise Druid. Okay, so we will cycle. Shark Typhoon number 2. Make a big shark. Oh, come on. Anything big. Anything big. Anything that's a spell, even. We're so close to just putting this away. Opponent has a big old Gem Razor with a million abilities. All right. More mutation. I mean, the good news is we can cast most of our big stuff now. Mutates again. Going to blow up a Shark Typhoon. And opponent's also running out of cards. They did their stuff. They played a million Planeswalkers, but I think they're running out of... Just kidding. Opponent never running out of action. Alright, Parcel Beast on the Gem Razor. Well, there goes our Shark Typhoons. Let's see what we can draw. Yeah. Opponent gets a land, kills our thing. Boon Giver's Wish. Well, we will cast that. Draw some cards. We will take up to Fairy.
This might be a bad idea.
Play Zerda. Cycle Triome. Lotus Field. Sack some lands. And no attacks. Alright, opponent. Money I got. The bad news is we drew Emergent Ultimatum, which I don't know how much we have left that's good to tutor for. Since it only gets colored cards. I don't think we have that much left. How much mana do we have? 9, 10, 11, 12. Opponent. More
My
Vivians.
heart beats in unison with the wild.
Fights the
Watch
shark.
out, they bite.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what can we get? Boon? Not much. That is awkward. And opponent has a big crosses to draw some cards. Sure. Opponent plays a land. Passes. Well, take up to Fairy.
I've got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Well, play Breeding Pool. Go to combat. Pass the turn. We're just gonna make Uber Shark here. And hope that we get to activate Teferi next turn. Holy Vivians! Okay, more Vivians. This is Vivian Tribal. Opponent has literally played every Vivian possible. Makes a beast. Gives
Every
it
day is a
reach.
passion.
Counters on the dorks.
My, how you've grown.
Combat. Attacks to Fairy. Attacks our face. Well, so 1, 9. All right, let's cycle this for 10. Actually, 11? I guess we can go 11. 9, 10, 11. No, that's not right. 10. It's got to be 10. Cycle for 10. I guess we could have gone 11. Block here. Block here. Oh, it has trample. All right. Well, block crosses. Take our beats. Down to 8. Opponent plays a land. Well, cycle the Trio. And Narset's good. Untap. To Fairy. Bounce the Beast.
I've got
Draw a card. Go to combat. Kill card draw Vivian.
Beaten, but not extinct.
Play Narset. Draw with Narset. Ooh, that's sweet. That is a good one. We will discard Emergent Ultimatum. Kill about 1 million creatures. Grow Spiral. Put a land into play. Grow Spiral. Put a land into play. Paradise Druid. Pass the turn. All right, opponent. It better be good. Oh my god, another Vivian. Well, this still needs to be really good for our opponent because... Okay, opponent scoops it up. The Eerie Ultimatum was going to be absurd. It was going to be Absolutely absurd. We have 23 cards in our graveyard. We were going to get some value out of that. So, opponent. Mutating. So, how do we fight Mutate? We definitely want the 2 Ether Gus. Ether Gus in, go down 1 Shark Typhoon, go down the Emergent Ultimatum. And I mean, I guess that was pretty impressive, because our opponent blew up a lot of our stuff. Do we want more Teferis? Let's go down a Migrations path for a Teferi. And run it like that. Alright, on to game number 2. We're on the draw, and... yeah, alright, we'll keep this. We got lands. Lands are good. And ramp. Well, Triome. Go. Nothing to cycle with our Cyclone yet. Force our opponent. Paradise Druid. Well, Breeding Pool. Yeah, it's just Paradise Druid. Pass the turn. Booted. Untap land. Are we mutating? We are mutating. Alright, mutate 1. Cyclone. Well, I think we play Breeding Pool. Pass the turn. Opponent going to cross this, draw some cards. Alright. Let's grow Spiral. Put Lotus Field into play. Sack a couple lands. Play Teferi.
If you show remorse, I'll show the strength.
Bounce the Mutate pile.
Here we go.
Grow Spiral. Awkward. Alright, pass the turn. Yeah, we really want to hit a non-Lotus Field land there. We have every Cyclone. Literally every Cyclone. But we do not have... we do not have another mana. Oh, if we had a land, we could have put the land and then Lotus Field, and now we'd be in great shape, but... awkward time to miss lands. Opponent. Vivian.
Nature will take back what rightfully belongs to it.
Gonna fight our Paradise Druid? Yep. Alright, that puts us even further behind the mana train. Karazes gets it at Teferi.
Only time will tell.
And Paradise Druid returns. Play Zerta. Play Triome. Pass the turn. More Vivians. Ugh, yeah, we're in pretty rough shape missing that land drop. If that Triome was 1 card further to the top of our library, we would have been in great shape. Opponent.
You can still walk away.
Opponent plays a land. Takes up Vivians. Combat.
Stopping time.
Gets in for a bunch. Yeah. Down to 13. Let's cycle. Yeah, I think we're just dead now. Lotus Field. Sack lands. Well, we'll see. Our land running has been really rough this game. Cyclone. Pass the turn. Attack Vivian. Opponent gonna block. And flash in a mutate of some kind. Great turn. Well, I don't even know if we get another turn here, honestly. Yeah, we just missed too many land drops. So, Zedra dries, pass the turn. About it. Opponent is Parcel Beast. Yeah. And that's lethal. Alright, well, we missed too many land drops. So, on to game 3. If we had hit our land drops, I think we win that game going away, but wasn't meant to be, wasn't meant to be. That is the downside of the Lotus Fields, is sometimes sometimes you roll 2 of them and you don't have enough lands to sack, and that's exactly what happened there, which little bit brutal. Well, we're on the play for game 3. Let's see what our hand looks like. Well, we get to play first. All right, we'll keep it. Triome, tapped. The only bit of bad news is we don't have green mana for this Paradise Druid on time. Opponent plays a tap land. More Paradise Druids. Well, land, go. Yeah, just drawing a green source would be pretty nice. Opponent plays a swamp. They have their Paradise Druid on time. Sure. Opponent passes. Mountain. Well, in that case, we got a Lotus Field. Sack, sack. This is still mostly fine, though. We're going to be able to play 2 Paradise Druids next turn into Cyclone Boon and just hope that we hit something good off of our Cyclone. Untap land for our Mutate. And crosses for 2. All right, not the most exciting crosses. Opponent passes. We'll play a Mountain. Paradise Druid. Paradise Druid. Pass the turn. All right, spin it to win it. Spin it to win it. We will spin it. Will we win it? That is a big question. Opponent plays a land. Do they have a Vivian? If we spin into our silly ramp spell, that would be the saddest. Opponent looking at our mana, looking at Zidra, trying to figure out what's about to happen. Paradise Druid. Opponent gets in, gets in. Well, no blocks. I guess they could also have a counter, which would be annoying. Opponent passes. Well, we will play Cyclone. Play Triome. Pass the turn. And we will see. So we get to cycle. What do we cycle into is the question. There's very few really bad hits at this point. There's some that aren't as exciting, but the one ramp spell is the one that's especially bad. Well, cycle. All right. Ruinous Ultimatum. That is good enough. That is good enough. Whoo! Spin it to win it. Spin it to win it. And now we can just cast this Inspired Ultimatum, I think. Red, red, red. Blue, blue. Red, red. Oh. We can't cast it, can we? That's awkward. Symbiote. Shark Typhoon. Play the Forest. Red, red, red. Blue. Yeah, we need one different land. Oh, play Zidra. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Crosses X4. Okay. Opponent. No attacks. All right, we untap. Ooh, that's the land. That's the land. Inspired Ultimatum. Gain 5. Kill crosses. Draw some cards. Cycle Cyclone. Into a Cyclone. And pass the turn. All right, 2 Cyclones now. Well, how far can you go with the Mutates, opponent? Maybe there's an argument to killing the Gem Razor. The thing is, now that we have Eerie Ultimatum, we can get stuff back from the graveyard anyway. And we do have the mana for it. Black, black, black. White, white, green, green. Yeah, we should. Untap land. Opponent just chaining crosses. Chain and crosses. All right, yeah. Yeah, there's crosses. Opponent goes to combat. Gets in, gets it. Sure. Are we going to... All right, no blocks. Take our beads. Down to 15. Cycle a Triome. And Narset's not that bad. Play Narset. Draw with Narset.
Meditate with me.
Discard. Discard Narset. Kill Gem Razor. Play the land. Pass the turn. All right, so now we get to make a big shark. And then next turn is hopefully our Eerie Ultimatum turn. That's the plan anyway. About it. All right, Voracious Hydra. going after Zidra. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Shark Typhoon. 6? Get a shark. Get a Shark Typhoon. Alright, opponent. This is your turn. You better do something good because this Eerie Ultimatum is going to be absurd. Opponent passes. Well, in that case, Growth Spiral. Make a shark. Put a land into play. Put a land into play. Tick up Narset.
Breathe in. Exhale.
Eerie Ultimatum. Make a shark. And here they come. Here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the new Narset.
Humble your mind.
Draw with Narset.
Strike with the cunning mind.
No discard. Cycle. Into Wish. Make a shark. Make 2 sharks. Oh, I think we got him. I think we got him. This is where we want to get to. Draw 4. Cycle. Into Boon. Draw 4. Make some sharks. Oh, opponent's going to need something absurd. The shark army is here. Yeah? Get in with a shark? Can you beat the shark's opponent? Can you beat him? Can you beat him? Pass the turn. We will discard a Lotus Field. All right, that was a turn. Those are the turns this deck gets to that are so insane. And opponent GG's. I assume that's a real GG. And not us, whoo! Got him! 5 color! Unpredictable Sharknado Ultimatums. Rides again. Rides again. Well, sweet. Sweet. All right. Against the odds time, Ikoria is here, and we're playing 5 color. 5 color Sharknado. Unpredictable Ultimatums. Simple. Simple and easy. Ooh, opponent's playing cheap/no permanents. Well, I guess, so this is probably just an all-in aggro deck. We'll see how this goes. I have not played against many Lurrus decks in Standard. Lurrus is probably the most busted companion for older formats. I think it's one that we'll see less often in Standard, though. Now, land go. This hand can ramp pretty quickly. I think we're... Well, I don't know if we can get... Well, yeah, I think we're potentially a land away from just casting-inspired Ultimatum. Oh, it's a Cat Oven deck. All right. Well, Steam Vents, untapped. Paradise Druid. Paradise Druid guarantees that we get to Migration's Path next turn, if we want to. So, let's see. Red, red, get a red source. White, white, blue, blue. So we can get... So if we get a red source and a white source... That theoretically sets us up for Inspired Ultimatum. No blocks. Down to 16. And Serrated Scorpion. Okay. Well, Steam Vent's untapped. Shock ourselves. Migration's Path. Red, white. Pass the turn. Well, now we find out if our Paradise Druid lives. If it does, next turn should be pretty sweet. And hopefully... Inspired Ultimatum just stabilizes us. If it dies, things get a little bit more awkward. Also, drawing Unpredictable Cyclone would be pretty spectacular. Oh boy, if this is Mayhem Devil, that's bad. Hopefully it's just Lurrus. Lurrus is okay. Mayhem Devil kills Paradise Druid. Well, Claim the Firstborn also kills Paradise Druid. Opponent, combat. Yeah, this slows us down quite a bit. Gets in, gets in. Yeah, that's not great for us, for sure. Kroxa. No, discard Growth Spiral. Opponent's going to sack Paradise Druid. Yeah. Okay, so play Lurrus. Play Paradise Druid. Play the land past the turn. Okay. Okay, so we did get there eventually, and Zidra can hopefully hold down the fort for the moment. Opponent's almost out of cards, and we're going to gain 5 and draw 5, which hopefully gets us what we need to put this game away. Crocs every turn with Lurrus is annoying. Okay, so opponent reanimates Croxa. And then has to sack Croxa. This is fine. We do lose our boon, which is annoying, but... Yep. That's okay, though. So, opponent gets food. We sacrifice... We discard boon, unfortunately. Opponent passes. Well, Inspired Ultimatum. Gain 5. Hit you for 5. Wait, we can't cast it? Red, red, red. Oh, oh my god, we can't cast it. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. There was a bit of a miscalculation past the turn. Just a bit. Just a bit of a miscalculation as far as mana. And now Crocs is going to start coming back every turn. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. We'll block the Scorpion. Drop to 10. Oh, yeah, that was a huge miscalculation. I don't know why I thought we could cast Inspired Ultimatum, but I definitely did. Lurrus. And yeah, I think we're in serious trouble now. Croxa, again. Sacks it. I mean, what our opponent's doing is definitely cute. The problem is we miscalculated our mana. Discard a land, go to 5. Yeah, Croxa goes away. We draw a mountain. All right. We gain 5. We kill this. We draw 5. This time we can cast it. And Lurrus goes away. Okay. That is what we needed. That is definitely what we needed. Pass the turn. That was huge. That was huge. We might get away with it. Opponent. Back up to 10. Oh. And Lurrus is down, which is most important. Wither Squad. Okay. Or Whisper Squad. Opponent. Gets in. Yeah, I guess we block it. Opponent sacks it. Sure. And opponent passes. Okay, we untap. Ooh, Cyclone. Well, play Cyclone. And Migration's Path cycle for 1. Ruinous Ultimatum. That is a good one! See you later, food! See you later, ovens! See you later, literally everything! And then we'll play a Paradise Druid. We'll go to combat, we'll attack. We're going to hold on to Lotus Field, I think. Because Croxa is going to come back, and we want to have something to discard. Hit our opponent. Draws a card, sure. Well, I guess I need a red source for Croxa to come back, but there's a red source. All right, so Croxa can return. Oh, that Ruinous Ultimatum was good. That is part of the upside of Ruinous Ultimatum, is it gets rid of all that random other stuff that normally would stick around through a Wrath. Opponent. And we get to keep all our stuff. Croxa, sure. So we will discard Lotus Field. Priest. I'll play Narset.
Mind, body,
Opponent has
and
what?
soul must
2
be
cards in the
trained
graveyard?
one.
Alright, take down Narset.
Let thoughts flow like river rapids.
Yeah, discard Shark Typhoon. We gotta kill Croxa. Kill Croxa. Lotus Field. Sack. Hit our opponent. Down to 15. Alright, we need a cycler. We need a cycler to hit an ultimatum. Opponent has a land. Thankfully, they still are short of Croxa. Yeah. They can draw with Castle Lockwain. Another Lurrus would be really scary. Triome. Well, let's cycle that. Grow Spiral. Yeah, put Lotus Field into play. Float a mana. Sack. Alright, take up Narset. Gain some life.
Let me help you practice.
Play the forest. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent down to 9, pass the turn. Land for our opponent. Draws down to 7. Witch's Oven, okay. Another priest, sure. Opponent. Passing. Oh, there's a boon. There's a boon. I actually think we just cast boon. Cast boon, draw 4. Well, there's all of our ultimatums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, cycle. Wait, a merchant ultimatum. Green, green, green. Black, black. Green, 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 blue, blue. Oh, yeah, we can't cast it. So let's... Alright, let's loot with Narset.
Think, then act.
Discard Emergent Ultimatum. Go after a priest. Yeah, opponent's gonna sack so I can get back the cat. Teferi.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Bounce Witch's Oven. Draw a card.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Oh, we've drawn all of our ultimatums. That's awkward. Go to combat. Attack. Here comes the cat. So I'm actually not sure we have any good ultimatums to cycle into here. Opponent blocks. Cat dies. Yeah. Well, pass the turn. So we can cycle boon. Next turn we can cast ultimatums. I don't think... Do we have any... We might have one ultimatum. We might have we have Ruinous and maybe one Jeskai left, I think. Witch's Oven, sure. So opponent can get back Croxa. They can sack and then get back Croxa, and then get back cat. Opponent combat. Well, let's boon. See what we hit. Probably the Ram spell. Oh, Genesis ultimatum. That's fine. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's an ultimatum. Opponent. Oh, dear. What's our opponent attacking? Narset? All right, so 2 lands and Narset into play.
I prefer a peaceful rhythm.
Keep the new Narset.
If I must.
Fizzle the attack. Sure. No blocks. Not dealing any damage to anything. I don't know if I've ever fizzled an attack by legend rolling a Planeswalker into speed before. And the Dreadhorde Butcher doesn't get to grow. Oh, if our opponent can see our hand, I think they would concede. Like, I don't think there's any realistic way our opponent beats this hand. They kill a Paradise Druid, sure. What do we get back with Eerie Ultimatum? We get Paradise Druid, Narset. 1, 2... A ton of lands, like a Shark Typhoon. Oh yeah, that seems decent. I think we're gonna go Eerie. Opponent. Oh boy, this is gonna be insane. Yeah, doing catty things. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wheelsack Sidra. It's coming back anyway. Okay, so take up to Fairy. Loot with Narset. Discard
Then strike.
to Fairy. Kill Priest. Black, black, black. White, white, white. Green, green. Eerie Ultimatum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Reanimate 11 permanents.
Sorry I'm late.
Keep new Teferi. Keep new Narset. Sacrifice tap lands. Can we cast this too? Oh, double ultimatum turn. Woo, what a turn. What a turn. Teferi. Bounce your Witch's Oven.
Let's try this.
Go to combat. Attack. Hit you. Narset. Gain some life.
Enlightenment begins within.
Breeding Pool. Untapped. Pass the turn. We will discard land and land. All right, opponent. Oh, that was a turn. That was a turn and a half. That was insane. Witch's Oven returns. 2 ultimatums. Hardcast in a single turn. And a shark. Oh, God. Wait. Okay. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. Well, we will grow Spiral. Make a shark. Put a land into play. Chump. Yeah. Stay at 9, and that should do it. Like, we win this in any number of ways. Our opponent can gain some life, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah. Technically, they can gain enough life to survive, but they don't know that we have another Inspired Ultimatum. Kroxa. Sure. We will discard a Paradise Druid. Wow, Priest. Okay. Yeah, this Inspired Ultimatum definitely seals the deal now. Opponent gets back the cat. So this looks like they're stabilizing, but we have more ultimatums. Cycle for 1. Untap. And yeah. Kill you. Make a shark. Oh, ultimatums! Oh, this deck is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Bad news is we don't actually have that much graveyard hate, which is a little bit awkward. We'll bring in the Return to Nature. We'll bring in... Is Scorching Dragonfire even worth it? I don't even know if it really is. Yeah, we'll bring in a couple. We'll go down a Migrations Path. We'll go down 1 Shark Typhoon. We'll go down Genesis Ultimatum. Eerie Ultimatum was great that game. We got the... I think that was our best... our best Eerie Ultimatum for sure. We got like 10 things, which got us a lands to cast another Ultimatum in the same turn. That was pretty spectacular. Opponent's deck does look sweet. Lurrus with Kroxa is definitely obnoxious if we can't kill it. I guess that is probably reason in and of itself to bring in more Scorching Dragonfires just to deal with Lurrus. Because Lurrus Kroxa combo, good God. Just discard a card, maybe take 3 every turn is probably enough to win a decent number of games. Alright. Alright. I guess we'll keep this. This is okay. Not a great hand. Double Lotus Field is awkward. Opponent, Mountain, and Witch's Oven. Well, Triome, go. Yeah, we need more non-Lotus Field lands at some point. I guess we can cycle this Boon, which might help. Tap land. Yeah, there's a Cyclone. We can also cycle that. Well, play the Mountain. Interesting. Pass the turn. Opponent. Are we Lurrusing? Dreadhorde Butcha. Yeah, let's cycle Boon. Yeah, that's a land. Ooh, that land actually lets us cast Teferi. That's not bad. Opponent gets in, hits us. Sure. Mountain. Alright, let's just play Zidra. Or Zerda. Zidra. Pass the turn. Teferi's a little weak at the moment because opponent can just... really? That's not ideal. Opponent gets in, hits us. Down to 14. Sack Zidra. Zerda. Yeah. Well, this does mean Witch's Oven's tap, so we can bounce Butcher. Claim the Firstborn is not actually very good against our deck, but it does get our Zerda. Kroxa. Discard Emerging Ultimatum. Untap. Teferi.
If you show remorse,
Bounce Butcher.
I'll show restraint.
Draw a card.
This might be a bad idea.
Lotus Field. Discard. Sack a couple lands. Well, we're getting there. We don't have a cycling card at the moment. Butcher returns. We still need more lands. Opponent hits us. Yeah, kills Teferi. Grows the Butcher.
What?
Come on! Untap land. I don't even care which one. Well, Migration's Path. That's not an untapped land for this turn, but it is good. This lets us get 2 forests. Actually, you know what? We should take our... Let's go Forest Swamp. Lotus Field. Sack. So we're a land away from being able to Ultimatum. Alright, there's a Priest. Opponent gets in, hits us. And we're a cycling card away from being able to unpredictable Cyclone. Oh, alright. Well, Cyclone. Cycle. Something good, please. Well, alright, Boon. Draw 4. Triome. Well, we'll see if this is enough. Alright. We are taking a beating this turn. Opponent plays a land. Sacks the land. If there's good news, it's that we can Ruinous Ultimatum next turn. White, black, red. Opponent gets in, hits us. We're down to 8. That grows the Dreadhorde Butcher. Well, what's the follow-up? Oh, can our opponent, like... Oh, they're going to burn us out with, like, Heartfire? That's unfortunate. Yeah, that is a thing that can happen. Luris. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty fine, then. Well, now we get to... I think it's just Ruinous Ultimatum. Yeah, I think we just have to... Ruinous Ultimatum. Blow up our opponent's stuff. Lotus Field. Sack the Triomes. Pass the turn. Alright. I mean, we're alive for now. Opponent untaps. They can get back Kroxa. But we have stuff we can discard. And next turn should be decent. This Eerie Ultimatum after 3 Lotus Fields is pretty insane. Alright, Scorpion. And Priest. Red, blue, black. So if we Eerie Ultimatum... Yeah, I think that's fine. So we will Eerie Ultimatum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So reanimate everything.
I am not going to sit.
Teferi bounces Priest, draws us a card.
I'll protect you.
White. And then we Narset.
Whether friend or
Tick
foe,
Narset up to gain life. Add
to
blue.
open the mind, you must first
Grow
open
Spiral. Lotus Field. Number 4. Sack. Breeding Pool. Pass the turn. Up to 6. That's a decent life total. Opponent plays a lad. And we have the Inspired Ultimatum to gain 5 next turn, which hopefully will be enough for us to get there. And we could also draw into a cycling card eventually. We have tons of mana right now, like an insane amount of mana. There's Kroxa. Yeah. Well, we're actually just going to discard Ruinous Ultimatum. Cauldron Familiar, sure. Opponent gets in it to Teferi. Yeah, it's fine. Sure, Teferi down.
That didn't go according to plan.
Oh, we untap. We Ultimatum. Gain 5, 5U. Draw 5. We tick down Narset.
meditate.
Discard. Nothing. Cycle. Into Inspired Ultimatum. Gain 5. 5U. Whoo! We are ultimatuming off. Then we will play Teferi. Bounce Kroxa.
Here we go.
Play Shark Typhoon and play a land and no attacks. And I think we're where we need to be. Discard, 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 and discard. Okay, okay. That was a lot of ultimatums. That was a lot of ultimatums. Potent. Kroxa returns. Sure. We discard a Paradise Druid. Because now we have the Sharks coming. And the Sharks should be enough to close this out. Priest returns. Sure. Whisper Squad. Also sure. Potent. Well, here comes the Sharks. Alright, now we will block. Our life total is high enough that we don't care. So, Scorpion dies. Yeah. We untap. Narset. Draw a card. Discard a Scorching Dragonfire. Kill Priest. Take up to Fairy.
Trust me, I have
Cycle a Cyclone into a Shark Typhoon. Make a big shark. Grow Spiral. Make 2 sharks. Put a land into play. Cycle Trio for 1 mana. Cycle Trio for 1 mana. Grow Spiral. Make some sharks. Combo! It's a combo. Put the land into play. Trio. Cycle it for 1 mana. Narset. Sure. Make some sharks. And that's the Sharknado effect. Keep the new Narset.
Let me demonstrate the prowess of my
Take down Narset. Discard
the future.
Paradise
Then
Druid.
strike.
Kill Whisper Squad. Narset. Make sharks. Yeah. What a turn! What a deck! Narset. Again.
Humble your mind.
Draw a Narset. Discard.
Strike with the cunning mind of the
Kill the
dragon.
cat. And then to finish things off, return to nature, exile Kroxa, make 2 sharks. And that is what you call a turn. That is what you call a turn. Whoo! And play the land. Go to combat. Hit you with Zidra. Alright, opponent. What do you say? Massacre Girl, I think, is your only hope. You can't have it because you have Luris. Opponent runs out their hand, but the Shark Typhoon! The Shark Typhoon just, I mean, it takes it down. It takes it down. Opponent passes. We get the GGs. 5-color, unpredictable Sharknado ultimatums. Yeah, I mean, sure. Here comes the Sharks. Oh, this deck's hilarious. It is hilarious. Well, that was good. That was pretty good, I think. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So what do we learn this week about 5-color unpredictable Sharknado ultimatums? And overall, we went 4-1 with the deck, which is a surprisingly reasonable record. We lost to Mono Red, which that's a tough matchup, although really, we took down a game, and we were surprisingly competitive, and having Zerta as a blocker is actually really impressive in those matchups. The companion mechanic is just so busted, but we went 4-1, and the deck did ridiculous things. We cast every single ultimatum at various points in our league. We cast multiple ultimatums a game. We reanimated 10 permanents. We cast tons of sharks, or made tons of shark. We had games where we went from, like, doing nothing to having, I think, like, 8 sharks in a turn after casting ultimatum, so they're massive. It was just absolutely ridiculous. So the deck, I think, is actually semi-competitive. It's good enough to win a reasonable number of games with. I don't think it's going to, like, break standard or anything. There are things that hose it. We got really lucky that we beat the Teferi deck. Teferi is a card that's worse for our deck because it shuts down unpredictable Cyclone. Because we can only cast things at sorcery speed, we can't cycle into things. So not only can we not cast things off unpredictable Cyclone, it also means we can't cycle our spells because unpredictable Unpredictable Cyclone gets rid of the card draw, so it just fizzles our cycling as well. So Teferi's really obnoxious for our deck. Stuff like Narset is also like kind of obnoxious because we want to draw cards with our ultimatums and our boons. But really, we did some really impressive things. We hard cast ultimatums on turn 4. We just like Paradise Druid into our Migrations Path, into just like hard cast an ultimatum, which is ridiculous. Lotus Field was really key to casting our stuff. Eventually, we kind of just like stall out, and then we can take over against basically any deck in the format. We played against Nissa decks, we played against Hydroid Crosses decks, we played against decks that are known for their late game, and we still eventually get to the point where we just overwhelm our opponent with insane ultimatum value, insane flying shark value. So we get there eventually. And one other card to mention in specific is Narset is really impressive in this deck. Just being a double removal spell where we can play it, discard something, kill something, discard something, kill something, that also sometimes can ramp us, was really, really strong. I think it's one of the most important cards for holding the deck together and also keeping us alive long enough to cast our ridiculous late game stuff. So all around, I thought the deck might be pretty janky. I mean, we literally have every ultimatum. We're playing Unpredictable Cyclone. We got Shark Typhoons. We got all this ridiculous stuff, but I actually think the deck is way better than I expected going into it. I thought we would do spectacular things once in a while, but overall, we probably wouldn't win a super high amount, but we did spectacular things a lot and actually won a lot, only losing a 3-game edge to Mono Red. So, Ikoria Standard seems sweet so far. This deck seems spectacular, so that's been our first against odds for Ikoria. That's been 5-color unpredictable Sharknado ultimatums. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I definitely enjoyed playing it. It was just ridiculous. So thanks so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.